Okay, I'm going to do a little video here to thank friends at cboats.net for the help in learning how to build a C1 conversion. This is my Pyranha Everest creek boat, and just wanted to say there's a ton of information on the internet, but that a lot of it is all over the place, and you have to sift through a lot of pictures and whatnot, and try to figure out everything you need to do to build a good conversion. And thought it would be helpful to do a little video here and show some of the things I learned in doing this. So anyway, this is a fence rail conversion. Put the fence rail in, existing factory bulkheads were used, and bolted the front end and slipped the back end underneath the factory bulkhead. And then the important part I learned was foam out underneath the fence rail so that you don't end up with an oil canned hull. If you don't do that, you've got nothing really supporting the bottom of the hull, and it will oil can quickly. So anyway, the next thing I really wanted to go over was the quick release mechanism. There's a lot of talk in the forums about an integrated skirt pull and thigh strap quick release. And so I've got the bulkhead in this boat that holds the knees down, but no foot pegs or toe blocks, and I've got some ankle blocks in there. So I wanted to show how this particular quick release works. There's a lot of different kinds of quick releases, a lot of airplane buckles and whatnot. I just used a simple 2-inch cam strap, and the way this one works is basically I've got a cord tied to the cam strap here with a hole, and pretty much this releases a flap of webbing here, and then these rings, which are just laced onto there, come straight out. These guys are attached to the thigh straps, and I'll show you how that works momentarily. So anyhow, the trick is how to get this integrated with the skirt pull, and several others have tried to do this. And the trick is to create a differential here. You'll notice this coil is a bungee cord coil. I've got about 4 coils of bungee cord there. But what that lets you do is when you pull on this to release that cam buckle, it gives you some stretch, differential stretch here. So that basically after you put your skirt on here, you fish the skirt strap through this little loop, which is just a piece of tubing around some paracord. So then when you pull your skirt back towards you to release, that stretch allows you to pull the skirt, and then the skirt strap just pulls straight out, and it integrates the whole skirt pull strap pull very well. I couldn't find this illustrated anywhere very well, so the key parts I think are the bungee cord that gives you that slack differential so that you can pull this. Again, this is just paracord from here to here. This is just bungee cord doubled about 4 times, and then a short piece of paracord here. This is my backup pull, so that if for some reason any of this didn't happen and I managed to get the skirt off but was still in straps, I could reach down in here, pull this, and pop that thing loose very easily. So anyway, let me just demonstrate how this all works. I got my skirt on here. I'll put it all together. So the way this works, just to start, you just take these 2 guys here. I had a buddy with an industrial sewing machine sew these Fastex buckles onto these rings with just a short piece of webbing. He also had him sew this cam buckle. It's got a couple of slots in there, and I had him just double through. I went through a couple of slots and then just had him sew a bar tack here. And what I've got down here through the fence rail, just a piece of 1-inch webbing with a couple of rings. The rings are over here on this side, down here. So it's just a double ring system. You go through both rings, then through one ring, pull it tight, and then just give it a 1/2 hitch to secure it. And that's basically all that's holding that in, but it goes underneath the bottom of the rail, so it's got the full structure of the rail supporting it. Also, this being a plastic buckle, and these being plastic buckles, I kind of like that. If something were to fail in this system and you needed to muscle your way out of it, it's nice knowing that there's some plastic in there that you can break your way out of this thing if you need to. So I like having those little bits of plastic. Some people like metal, and I like that little bit of plastic. So anyway, here's how this works. You go through both the rings, and then you just slip this. I had this melted together in one solid piece, but then I found when I went through the rings that it wanted to, you know, bunch up in order to pull through the rings, and I didn't want anything to stop it from pulling through, so I just leave it a little bit frayed. It's not a big deal. You just slip it through the buckle here, and then just fasten that guy down tight. The nice thing about this, like this, is, you know, you can get in your boat. Now, and then these straps, just the end of a Fastex buckle, you plug in. Oop, that's upside down. There we go. No? What's going on here? Yeah, that's right. Oh. There we go. Wrong side. Alright, Fastex buckle. Plug the other side in. And then, these guys let you just pull everything tight. Now there's other systems where the buckle is back here, but I'm using the same bolts for these hip pads as I am for the straps, so I didn't really want to jam it up back there. So I like to be able to pull this way. Everything's nice and tight. I can, you know, have full movement of the boat, full control. So at this point, that's all put together. I've got my emergency pole here, and this is ready to go. Just going to get the skirt on here. Just hook it on the back. This is a Snapdragon bungee skirt. Not the best skirt for this particular boat, but it does work okay. Rand skirt is better. So anyway, at this point, here's your skirt pull. Here's your skirt tab, and this is your emergency, or your integrated strap quick release tab, and you just put it through. Really, that can wash around, that can get blown any way. There's really no way, short of grabbing the very base of this thing and pulling it through, that it can, you know, come through accidentally and leave you in a place where this integration won't work. So the worst thing you could do is forget to loop that through, and then should that happen, you've got the emergency pull ball. So the way this works, you're going down through the river, you know, you're getting in a situation where you need to pull, and you pull, and I'll do this slowly so you can watch. You pull, releases this. Now this has released the buckle, and now I'll show you just how it all works. Just stand right up out of it. So you'll see the rings are loose. This is released. Everything's loose, and we've popped out of our boat successfully. Integrated skirt pull, strap pull. That's it. Thanks.